Right, we're recording. So hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm back with a new video. We're gonna check out some basketball. This video is called "Why is Jimmy Butler so good in the playoffs?" And I've heard about him, seen him, but I cannot really rank him. So all the basketball fans that are knowledgeable, like where is Jimmy Butler in the ranking? I'm curious. But anyways, we're gonna see why he's so good. They say in the playoffs.
How does Jimmy Butler keep doing this? In the last 2 years, he's gone from 22 points per game during the season to 29 points per game in the playoffs. And I've never heard a good explanation for how he's able to upgrade like this. I mean, watch these 4 plays from the opening quarter of the Eastern Conference Finals, where playoff Jimmy torched the Celtics for 35 points. Does anything jump out? How has he gone for 40 6 times in the last 2 postseasons after not having a single 40-point game in the regular season since 2017? Well, after watching him closely, I think I have an idea. Jimmy Butler is quietly a basketball genius. It's subtle at first. Instead of bending defenses around, he usually just takes what they give him. On this first play, he wants Bam to set the screen because he knows Rob Williams will drop. He hesitates a little to get Rob moving back to the basket, but that's so his step back is basically uncovered. Butler has been around league average from the mid-range for a while, but this year he shot these at 47%. So if defenses throw a drop coverage at him, he'll just walk into comfortable looks.
Right? Hey.
He calls Williams up again on that second play we saw, and this is just to set a trap for him. He goes to pull up at the free throw line, but gets a little closer. So Rob goes to challenge the shot, and that's all to set up the up and under, and he draws a foul. That was a ticky-tack call, he missed. But Butler is an absolute master of using
That was the one he missed, but he got the foul. I didn't know that.
Using pump fakes in the paint. Basically his version of a dream shake, where you stop and turn only to use the defender's recovering momentum against him. And so much of Jimmy's driving game and short mid-range works because of these pivots and pump fakes. Here he's dancing with Derek White, runs into traffic, but pump fakes White off his feet for another soft foul. Ooh, but the free throws aren't key here. The setup is, because a few minutes later, he's isolated against White again, drives left into almost identical help, but now White is glued to the floor on those up fakes, so Jimmy uses his size to wheel back for a fade. And this is the thing. Butler counters, but minutes later, he's attacking out of pick and roll, drives into the defense, and when he hops to pivot, he just shoots it instead. And when you've seen that jump stop enough, you aren't always expecting the shot. His feel in these little moments around the basket is almost telepathic, driving into the paint and pausing on the jump stop because he sensed Drew Holiday in the air, then jumping to shoot. In the previous game in that series, he's attacking off the dribble, goes to that jump stop, but instantly flips one up. And he's shooting right away here to throw off his man and the help shot blocker who isn't ready to jump. Impressive. By using all these jump stops, fakes, and pivots, Butler is essentially disguising his pitches here. So even when he catches it off a cut like this, the fake and the shot look the same. Speaking of cuts, Jimmy is a master of moving around and finding little creases in the defense. Normally, when a team sets up an empty side pick and roll, it's so they attack into all this open space. But Butler knows they want to bring an extra defender over to neuter the action, so he instinctively floats away to the open area on the baseline for a little jumper. Watch him read Jason Tatum's eyes here, so he can sneak backdoor undetected, and he has a layup on this one, but they just miss him. On this one, Giannis Antetokounmpo is matched up with him in the backcourt. So
see, his IQ was too good for them. He was too quick. They were
Jimmy realizes he can outsprint him down the court, and that lets him waltz into a foul line pull-up. His movement instincts even show up on the offensive glass, where he drives and dishes here, immediately realizes the shot is going up, so he slips into that open space and tips it in for an and one. And all this works
Nice.
because Jimmy is so big, listed at 6'7" and 230 pounds. But it also works because he's a master of
I
using.
don't know how much that is in centimeters and kilos, but I'm always comparing to me. So they say like 200 pounds. And I'm like 118, 17, and like 5'1", 5'2", 5'2", yeah. Sheesh. He's huge.
Using that size and strength, sealing defenders for easy catches at the rim, and you'll also see him get a ton of cheap buckets in transition by leaking out and out-leaping defenders for passes in the air like this right around the basket. Fittingly, this innocuous technique set up maybe the biggest shot of his career. Trailing by 2 with 2 seconds left, he threw this in while falling down to force overtime in the clinching game against Milwaukee. And hey, if
that was
Michael
crazy.
Jordan's
I
most
didn't know
famous
it was-
highlight has a little push-off, so can Jimmy's. But to me, the ingeniousness on this play
in the air.
is that the pass
In the
arrives
air.
late. Jimmy recognizes that, so he stops to seal his defender on one side
or
of the
die.
hoop because he tracks the ball so well.
Oh.
Reading the flight of the ball like a
crazy.
center fielder is a Butler special. Missing a pull-up, then instantly finding it off the rim for a quick do-over. This skill is an adaptive
they do
mental
that
mapping of the
intentionally?
game that gives him an advantage over most players and really helps him on defense.
Still a gamble.
Butler is one of the best ever at reading passing lanes and picking off deliveries. And it's because
he was
can
trying to do
track
a no-look pass. No.
the ball and his opponent's eyes like he
For
possesses
three?
the shattering
No,
gun,
air ball.
scanning Al Horford here, checking the target, then sitting on the pass for the interception.
Hey,
He's
nice.
on the weak side on
got
this
eyes
one against the
everywhere.
Knicks, and the crafty Jalen Brunson tries to manipulate
What's he
him
trying
by
to do?
head faking to the top, but Butler just reads his
Trying to go for
soul
three?
and snatches it anyway. And he sensed something was up.
Oh, that was nice. I really thought, but he had. Oh, and this guy did no look too, and Jimmy still read that one. His IQ, you guys, is nice.
And started moving to the corner before Brunson
He-
threw it.
He not leaving
Seriously,
the ball.
this dude
His eyes
is
are
on
on the
another
ball.
level. Most players are thinking about taking away the cutter here, but Butler tags him and goes and takes the skip pass out of the air. That's just ridiculous. Butler
Ready for
always
whatever.
seems to know where everyone is and what they want to do. And since he's under control and moving at his own speed, that helps his playmaking too. In game 1 against Boston,
for
there were
three.
multiple plays where he drove in to help, understanding exactly where the open man was,
work ethic.
setting up Caleb Martin trifectas. He has Rob Williams on a switch this time, tries a little fake to throw off his balance, but he can't quite get free, goes to pivot spin, and knows Martin's open in the corner
Oh,
off
nice,
that
nice,
help.
nice.
And in a huge possession down the stretch, Butler again worked his way into the paint, jump stopped, and when he felt corner help, instantly fed Caleb for a huge dagger. The thing is, Butler isn't even a great passer. I thought he missed this slip cut
His
here,
vision,
but
it
he's
it
good enough
complements.
to be the
How do you say
playmaker
it?
that
Like,
he
it makes up
need,
for that.
patiently prodding and probing defenses until they overcommit to his scoring.
Man with a plan.
We've seen him drive out of pick and roll, and here he just skips along to pull the coverage toward him to open up Kevin
Nice.
Love's pop behind the line. Now rewatch that first quarter play. He waves off Bam Adebayo because he doesn't want Jaylen
Bam
Brown
Adebayo.
switching onto him, and that also frees up Love to pop into space. So Jimmy gives Love the briefest look.
No, he's
Rob
open.
bites at it, and then the lane is free to attack and
He's
score.
open. Oh. Okay.
So the next time
was like for
down,
three, but
when
no,
Butler
he
gets the
got
switch
it.
onto Williams,
All the
he
way.
just walks him to the other side of the court into an easy 17-footer. I'm not sure anyone dribbles into the corners more than Jimmy Butler like this to find something to work with. On this one, he tells Martin to clear out the far corner, but instead of the screener popping into this space like we saw with Love earlier, Butler decides to just dribble over there and catches his man off guard with a pull-up. And that brings us to Jimmy's outside shooting, which seems to magically improve in the playoffs. He's a career
I was gonna
32%
say, does he
shooter
do
during
that?
the year, but that jumps to
three?
35% in the postseason.
three?
It's a small enough sample that some of it might be luck, but also what kind of 32% shooter relocates in big moments for perfect dagger threes? I don't actually think he's much better than his regular season numbers, but some players shrink in big moments while Butler lives for them. Down 2 against the Bucks in Game 4, he lollygagged his way into this go-ahead three, then on the next possession, just ran down the court like a maniac and dropped in another backbreaker, only to declare, this is my specialty.
I got goosebumps in my legs.
Or, as Kevin Harlan put it when Butler hit this long backbreaker to clinch Game 1 in Boston.
Oh my God.
Jimmy freaking Butler puts it in.
Jimmy boy.
Yeah, Jimmy freaking Butler. What else can you say? He doesn't have the fastest first step.
That's Holiday that I was talking
and
about.
he isn't even a great shooter, but he reads all that makes him perfect for the tactical counters, in-game adjustments, and strategic flexibility of the playoffs. Along with, you know, he's just Jimmy frickin' Butler. To support this channel...
Yeah, because he didn't seem like the fastest one with the, you know, the tricks and the stuff like that. But like can you say reliable player? I have no clue. I'm just saying what I'm seeing and guessing. But he seemed like a reliable player and great vision, great teammate, and got a plan. A man with a plan. And yeah, just very... I enjoyed watching this video. I'm just gonna say that. Shish. Reliable player. That's what I got from it. And just like IQ on point and just like secure. It was nice to see. And he likes to, you know, create his own space. And he got his own, you know, tactic. And he's using his teammates to be part of it, even if he going all the way. You know, they're still involved one way or another to, you know, create his own space and just play around with their defense, I guess. It was nice to see. He liked those twos with the 180 turns, you know, that's a little bit. But yeah, comment down below. What do you guys think? The more knowledgeable basketball fans. Appreciate you watching. If you made it till the end, thank you. And hopefully I'll see you in another video. Subscribe, all that stuff too if you enjoyed. Bye.